ओके स्टूडेंट्स, आज की क्लास में जिस चीज को मैं और आप कवर करेंगे वो डिपेंडेंट क्लास की एक नई टाइप या एक नई डायमेंशन की तरफ मैं और आप मूव कर रहे हैं, दैट इज नाउन क्लॉज. It needs some time and there are different types. One by one we will be covering it. So first of all, it's really important for everybody to know what noun clause is. हम कहते हैं it is a combination of subject and predicate. It does the function of a noun. It performs the function of a noun. So if somebody has information about noun is the name of person, place, or thing, is the name of something, the same will be the role of your noun clause. But the difference between these two things will be, noun is basically a word, but when you talk about noun clause, so you know clause, subject plus predicate, but it has different roles to perform, as we have been doing for a long time. Adjective clause, then adverb clauses, and now noun clause. To understand a noun clause, you need to go through three different types of noun clause along with the functions. So what are the types? हम एक note लिख लेते हैं, and the note is, a noun clause is introduced by the following types. Types. What are those types? Number one, that noun clause. Number two, WH words noun clause. And number three, yes, no interrogative. Yes, no interrogative noun clause. Now the first one is that noun clause. The very first type we are going to pick. That noun clause is introduced by that. Subject plus predicate is one thing that is constant, but it is introduced by that. तो छोटा सा हम इसके लिए लिख देते हैं, it is introduced by that. Up to this place, any confusion? Now is the time just to move towards the functions. The very first function is bete, first of all, as a subject. Number one, इधर हम title दे देते हैं बेटे, functions. And the very first function is as a subject. Now you need to understand, first of all, otherwise you will be confused. One thing you know very well, a clause. Noun clause is a combination of subject plus predicate, but introduced by three different things. Right now we are discussing that noun clause. So that will be the identity, and besides that, we will be having subject plus predicate. It will make one whole, and then we'll be discussing something else. What I want to say, just say. I say that he has died, is wrong, is wrong. So very first thing, I would like to recall my words. In noun clause is a combination of subject and predicate. So that is lying here, one thing. Introduced by that right now, because we are discussing that. So this is what? Noun clause as a subject. So this complete whole unit up to this place, which has been delineated by me, this is making one whole, that subject plus predicate within itself. It is basically, this complete whole is working as a subject, and the predicate of this part is lying over here. That he has died is wrong. So this is the predicate of this complete clause. Why? Because you yourself said a clause is a combination of subject plus predicate, one thing, introduced by that. This is making one whole. Function as a subject. So this complete whole is working as a subject. That he has died, this is complete unit is working as a subject, and the remaining part is working as a predicate. That he has died is wrong. One more sentence I would like to represent. That they are studying. That they are studying. So just try to check, bete, this complete whole. That noun clause introduced by that. आप इसको इसका conjunction भी कह सकते हैं. Subject plus predicate. This is what you said. The complete unit is working as a noun clause, working as a subject. So what about the predicate? So still it is remaining. I say that they are studying cannot या can be believed. कि वो पढ़ रहे हैं यकीन किया जा सकता है. तर्जुमा ये बनता है बेटे. So this complete unit which is lying over here, this is the predicate of this complete unit which is working as a subject. Understood? That I will come tomorrow is doubtful. That they were misbehaving in the class was noticed. That I was able to solve that question was not questionable thing. That your friends will help you in difficult situation is acceptable. Any example from your side, Bede? Anything from your side? Once again, that noun clause introduced by that, it has its subject and predicate, and this complete unit is making one whole, and this is working as a subject because clause. जब आप क्लॉज का टाइटल किसी चीज के साथ लगाते हैं तो ये बातें काफी आपके सामने क्लियर होती हैं कि सब्जेक्ट और प्रेडिकेट का होना जरूरी है. उसकी अपनी एक आइडेंटिटी है जो कि मैं पहले से डेलिनेट कर चुका बेटे कि दैट होना जरूरी है क्योंकि ये इसकी पहली टाइप है, तो दैट का लगा होना जरूरी है और इस वक्त सब्जेक्ट के तौर पे काम कर रहा है, लिहाजा इसका शुरू में आना लाजमी है. अब मैं इसको एज एन ऑब्जेक्ट यूज करके दिखाता हूं, फिर आपकी कंफ्यूजन थोड़ी और कम हो जाएगी. नाउ द सेम यूनिट विल बी वर्किंग एज एन ऑब्जेक्ट. Now just see bete. For example, I say, I know. So right now we have subject, verb. What is missing? Object. But it's upon you. If I say, I know you, you is just an object, but in the shape of a word. Are we getting information about a word, single noun or noun clause? We are getting information about a noun clause. तो बेटे हमने क्या करना होगा? आप कहते हैं I know that he is wrong. He is wrong. So just बेटे try to check that. I did nothing, just changed the places. This is your subject. This is your verb, and what was remaining? Object. So the complete unit, noun clause, what is that? Noun clause has three types. The very first one is that noun clause. That is the identity. One thing, it has its own subject and predicate. Second thing, we have subject plus predicate, and the complete unit is working as a that noun clause as an object. Why? This complete unit is working as an object of this verb. Any confusion? One more example. I say, he will tell. He will tell what? He will tell that. He will tell that. We were present. We were present. Once again, bete, what is this? Subject. What is will? Helping verb. What is tell? Verb. What is remaining then? Object, but not a word. Complete clause. What is clause? Noun clause introduced by that. First type. Working as an object, coming right after verb, but not in a shape of word. It must have its own subject plus predicate, and this complete unit is that noun clause as an object. Any confusion, bete? Any difficulty up to this phase? You may make an example. I can tell that they were attempting their papers very sincerely. Any confusion up to this place? Any difficulty? Now the next function, which is still remaining, that is that noun clause as a complement. I told you previously, if you remember the lecture which was going on, that was about what? That was about, I think, complement. What is complement? Complement is a part of sentence which completes the incomplete predicate. If you remember, I'm reminding you, recalling the whole thing which I taught in the same class. Now the third function which I'm going to represent before you, that is 3, as a complement. Now just see the same strategy I will use. That movement while I was teaching you people complement, so that time that was either an adjective or a noun, one word. But right now the complete unit, I mean this unit will be completing your predicate in the shape of complete clause introduced by that. How? Let me explain, bete. I say the news is. Now try to understand, bete. What is this? The news? Subject. Isn't it? From is. What is starting? Your predicate. Is it a complete predicate or incomplete predicate? Incomplete. I can mention one word, either noun or an adjective. But dear students, I'm not teaching you people single word. I am teaching you people a noun clause which must have that, then subject, then predicate. I say, the news is that. आपको कुछ याद आ रहा है? कॉम्प्लीमेंट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ सेंटेंस विच कंप्लीट्स एन इनकम्प्लीट प्रेडिकेट. तो क्या मैं वो कर रहा हूं कि यहां से आपका प्रेडिकेट शुरू हुआ जो कि कंप्लीट नहीं था. इसको कंप्लीट करने के लिए अब एक वर्ड नहीं, पूरा क्लॉज लगाना पड़ेगा. तो मैं कहता हूं द न्यूज इज दैट वी आर इनवाइटेड. फिर से बात करता हूं. दैट नाउन क्लॉज विच इज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड बाय दैट. हो गया. इट मस्ट हैव इट्स ऑन सब्जेक्ट एंड प्रेडिकेट. ये रहा इसका प्रेडिकेट. हो गया. राइट नाउ दिस इज योर सब्जेक्ट एंड दिस इज योर प्रेडिकेट which was incomplete, and we tried to complete it by using complete clause. This complete unit which is being circled by me is working as a complement. Complement is a part of sentence which completes an incomplete predicate. So this is your that noun clause as complement. कोई confusion बेटे? G. My aim subject was से आपका predicate शुरू हुआ. अब आगे कुछ नहीं लिखा हुआ. My aim तो subject एक साइड पर.
इसी तरह मैंने क्या किया, एक लाइन लगा दी, माई एम वॉज, राइट आफ्टर वॉज आई रोट नथिंग. सो वॉज दैट कंप्लीट और इनकम्प्लीट? वॉज के बाद तो चाहिए ना आपको कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन. हम क्या पढ़ रहे हैं? नाउन क्लॉज. कौन सा नाउन क्लॉज? दैट नाउन क्लॉज. दैट नाउन क्लॉज क्या होता है? इंट्रोड्यूस बाय दैट. इसके अंदर इसका अपना सब्जेक्ट और प्रेडिकेट होना चाहिए. तो मैं कह देता हूं, माई एम वॉज दैट आई वुड टीच देम. सो दैट इंट्रोडक्शन बन गया, आई सब्जेक्ट बन गया, वुड टीच देम प्रेडिकेट बन गया. तो साबित यह हुआ बेटे कि आपका जो नाउन क्लॉज है वो दैट से शुरू होगा इस वक्त तक के लिए, उसका अपना सब्जेक्ट होगा, उसका अपना प्रेडिकेट होगा, और ये कंप्लीट यूनिट कभी सब्जेक्ट बनेगा, कभी ऑब्जेक्ट बनेगा, कभी कॉम्प्लीमेंट बनेगा. एंड आई होप दिस इज राइट नाउ कंप्लीटेड. कोई कंफ्यूजन यहां तक बेटे? सो दैट्स इनफ फॉर टुडे. इंशाल्लाह व्हेन वी कम नेक्स्ट टाइम वी विल हैव अनदर टाइम विद यू पीपल. अब आप चाहें तो बेटे एग्जांपल मेरे साथ